Okay, off on the right, you're going to see me do all my algebra. I'll produce my picture on the set of axes. So let's examine our first step. For me to find my x-intercepts, I'm going to allow y to equal 0. Okay, we should be pretty good to be able to go through and deal with this. Now, because you made that purple statement that your y value is equal to 0, you did not have to write that -5 leading coefficient. You didn't need that factor of -5. If my y value equals 0, which is what my statement says, then you can divide out that -5 and you could come in just on what the purple shows. Because that now allows you to find your two x-intercepts at -1, and I should use better form there, or 3. Okay, whether you want to plot those now or not, up to you. Well, as soon as I know my 2 points across from each other, I can now find my axis of symmetry. And you're going to see me write that as a little title. I really want to make sure then that I'm stating that x equals, for my axis of symmetry, the average of those two values. So add them together, cut it in half. There is a 2 over 2, and I get 1. You'll notice by me writing that, I get x equals 1. There is the equation of my axis of symmetry, my vertical line. Now that I have that, I can sub my x equals 1 back into my original function to find the y value for my vertex. And you'll notice I just subbed in 1 wherever I saw an x, and I simplified each factor. I can now calculate that. -5 times 2 is -10. -10 times -2, there's my 20. Or maybe you go a negative times a positive times a negative is a positive. 5 times 4, I don't know how you get there. But there is our vertex, 120. Okay, this is one where now I think I would go through and I would plot everything and make sure that I get some confirmation. So I now have x-intercepts at -1 and 3. I'm trying to put those on my graph somewhat proportional. You'll notice I have no scale on my y-axis yet. So for me, I could go through and say 120 is all the way here. I don't have to worry about the fact that this is 1 unit and this is 20 units. Yes, that does not look overly proportional, but I'm on a different axis. And it's okay to have different scales on each axis. Now, when I go to connect those things, I'm taking a look at my shape. I notice that I have a negative out in front, so my parabola should be opening down. I get that confirmation on my diagram. And if I've drawn this relatively proportional, then I get a good sense of, okay, I should get a pretty steep parabola. And I will do my best to draw that symmetrically, and I'm going to make sure that it passes the vertical line test. Okay, there is me using that algorithm again to sketch my parabola. Okay, I hope that helps you to be able to sketch a parabola from factored form. Okay, best of luck with your practice.